Hi, this is Proteas opening batsman Aidan Markram, and you're listening to the FisMaz Show.
Hello and welcome to the FisMaz Show. We've been away for a little bit, but we're back, and we're back. We're bringing some energy, we're bringing some heat. I've got Justin next to me today. We're going to be talking a whole lot of rubbish on all the things we love. It's sports, of course. That's obviously the main focus here at the FisMaz Show, and we're going to be hoping that you're going to enjoy what we're going to have to chat about. I'm going to start with a bit of a roundup with regards to what's been happening around South Africa, and something that I was involved in, hands-on, and that's the Premier Hockey League. Exciting. It's come down to the last four teams in the men's and women's section, and it's been really good value so far in this particular competition, especially leading up to the Road to Tokyo event that will be taking place down in Stellenbosch. The men's and the women's hockey teams are looking to qualify for the Olympic Games, of course, so that's going to be a massive challenge for them, and hopefully the team can really pull through and bring the heat and take care of business, really. And obviously the men expecting Egypt as always to be the biggest challenger, especially after they did well out at Bhubaneswar in India. So they're going to have that challenge of coming out and taking care of business at home. South Africa traditionally do play well when they play at home, and Egypt is a very tricky team, very talented. But I mean, I expect the men's team to take care of business against most opposition. You look at the women again. Difficult for them because obviously they finished outside of that top two, top three in the women's section out in their qualifying Valencia. So very tricky. I don't know how it's going to work with regards to their qualifiers. And hopefully in the coming shows we can have someone in here from SA Hockey or one of the players to kind of explain a little bit more with regards to how it will work when it comes to them qualifying for the Olympic Games, if they win, of course, at the Road to Tokyo event. So hockey, a sport that is very close to my heart. Also a big shout out to Belgatex. The Belgatex Elite Club Elite tournament was held in Durban recently, and I tell you what, guys, if you ever want to watch good hockey, club hockey in South Africa, head down to the Riverside and check that tournament out. We as a Baloo Hockey Club, who I play for, really enjoyed ourselves. We expressed ourselves, and it was a fantastic tournament, and looking forward to more of the same. Also Interprovincials, they'll be coming up after that Road to Tokyo event, and that's always one to look out for. It's going to be in Bloemfontein this year, both the men's and women's sections. So plenty of hockey. I've got to make sure I drum it in and I really try and punt a sport that is close to my heart, because sometimes it is a little bit neglected. So that's where we're going to be starting the show, focusing a little bit on hockey. Then we're going to focus to an event that I was out at recently. I mean, I was in Durban, I went home, I abandoned the Premier Hockey League. I know some people weren't happy, but I abandoned the Premier Hockey League for a little bit, and I was going to cover the KZN Premiers Cup, a fantastic tournament, obviously a pre-season one, and it was great to see some of the local sides, some of the NFD sides doing battle, and really mixing it up with the big boys. And we saw Amazulu getting knocked out in the quarterfinals there. It would have been very disappointing for them. I think they would have wanted to defend the title they won last year. But nonetheless, like I said, it is a pre-season tournament. But you feel that the closer you get to the start of the season, you want to be really getting sharp, and you should be taking care of business against NFD teams. But who knows what the plan is for Coach Kevin Johnson and his men, and they'll be disappointed that they didn't progress further. But Golden Arrows did manage to do just that. They won the tournament in the end. They beat Real Kings in the final. Real Kings, a team with plenty of talent. And it almost talks to me with regards to, how can I put it, the unfairness of the world, really. And you look at some of those NFD teams, some of the players that are playing there, and some of them are really, really good. I guess it's just the roll of the dice. Sometimes in life, things don't work your way, and you don't get the opportunities that, I'm not going to say deserve. I don't think anyone deserves anything in the world, but sometimes you don't get the luck that you need to progress to the very highest level, which is, it can be quite sad, when you see guys that are in their 30s still operating in the national first division, and you get a sense of they'll never really get a look into to the real highest level of the game. So but I mean, a great tournament nonetheless. The Premier spoke glowingly about supporting KZN sports, supporting KZN football, and the great thing about it, I mean, all the prize money that was on offer in the tournament, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was like 4 million rand. Don't quote me on that, but it was somewhere around there. Instead of the tournament having a winner and someone taking the prize home, that money is evenly shared throughout all the teams that are participating, which is fantastic for KZN football, and lots of pride obviously being shown by the Department of Sports and Recreation there, and of course the Premier Sniffles Zigalala. And it's great to see it's great to see local governments looking after their sports teams, and more of the same, and hopefully around the country that it continues to happen. And KZN has obviously been really good. I'm not saying that because I'm from KZN. I'm not being biased. Justin's got a smile on his face here because I think he thinks this guy, he's busy punting his home province. But anyway, Justin, am I being overboard?
No, I'm okay with it.
You're right.
KZN Cup. I like the idea.
Yeah, the KZN Premier's Cup. Yeah. I mean, we've seen a lot of pre-season tournaments over the years. They've always brought excitement, because fans in South Africa love football. And I mean, I was at the Kings Welitini Stadium and it was jam-packed, bruh. Like, it was packed to rafters. And it just shows that the moment you have that month or two without football, how people are, they cry out for it, you know what I mean?
Why don't we have more pre-season tournaments with like international teams? Like you get like...
we used to have it, remember? We used to have the Vodacom Cup, the Vodacom Challenge, and Spurs came over one year, Man United came. My guess is probably a financial thing.
Don't you think we're aiming too high? Don't you think like a 4-team tournament between Sundowns, TP Mazembe, Santos and Everton could work? I mean, that would be interesting.
100%. I mean, I'm not saying we should be calling Spurs, and I was purely making an example that we have had big teams coming here for preseason engagements, but also don't forget, their commercial demands and where they're probably booming around the world. Man United has to go to Asia. Australia's a new market. USA for a lot of teams is becoming a really big market. So it's
Can I give you a bold prediction with USA?
What now?
Okay.
What?
The MLS is going to be bigger than most of the leagues.
Shut up.
Most of the leagues within 20 years. Within 20 years.
The MLS sucks.
For now.
Zlatan is like 50 and he's like dominating them.
Yeah, it sucks for now. They'll sort it out. They'll get it up and running. It'll be all big before the 2026 World Cup.
Oh yeah, they hosting the World Cup.
Trust me, Americans are going to go big in soccer, and it's already past baseball as a sport in America, which is big. It's more people play soccer now, and I saw some prediction
but the weird thing is, I mean, but I see some of the basketball, the baseball contracts and the basketball contracts, they're nothing compared to football. So,
well, there's salary caps in all those leagues, so there's a sort of a cap on what you can make. Yeah. But I think NBA players get paid a lot more than football players worldwide.
No, 100%. Yeah, it's interesting that. But I mean, KZN Premier's Cup, it was, like I said, extremely exciting. It was nice to have great weather, unlike living in Johannesburg, and you always got the sniffles. I was out in Durban, sleeping with nothing on. Overshare. Is that a bit of an overshare?
Is that why you've got the sniffles? Is that why your leg is broken as well?
Justin, please, shut up. Why are you exposing my leg? Okay, but I suppose everyone's seen on social media that I'm a bit of a cripple these days. But I just saw the doctor. Hopefully I'll be back in the next 4 weeks or so. But a strong guy like me, I'll be back in a week. And probably make it worse. But yeah, I guess with injuries you got to make sure that you look after them. But yeah, obviously, just to wrap up the KZN Premier's Cup, excited to see Arrows playing this season. I really liked what I saw. Good squad. They rotated things nicely. I'm a big fan of Coach Steve Kompela. I know a lot of Kaizer Chiefs fans didn't have much love for him when he was there, but I felt that they were a bit harsh. And you look at Chiefs now; they finished outside the top 8, probably with a better squad than he had. You can probably say that he overachieved with that team a little bit, and he's doing a really good job at Arrows. A gentleman. I love the way he conducts himself. He actually spoke English I could understand when I was interviewing him down in Durban. So that was fantastic for me. But like I said, a real gentleman. And yeah, man, come on, guys, ease up on the local coaches, man. You guys are always like, you trying to burn down the stadium and stuff. Like, man, come on, man. Justin, that was out of hand.
Huh? What was it, the KZN?
No, at the Moses Mabhida Stadium when Kompela was at Chiefs. And they tried to burn the stadium down because they were unhappy because Chiefs lost the final.
Oh, I remember that.
And look, I get the frustration, I get it, but come on, man. There's no need.
I don't understand the hate for Steve Kompela. I honestly think he's the most entertaining coach we have.
Yeah, and look, if you've had the privilege to meet him, like I said, I finish interview with him every time. Like he has that demeanor. He's a gentleman. You can't, once you engage with him, you can't hate him.
Does he still speak in limericks like in real life, or is that just for the camera?
Like I said, at least he spoke English I could understand. Maybe I only speaks. What did you say?
Limericks. Speaks in limericks.
Justin comes with these white guys. Justin, don't come with these fancy words, man. In my first language.
It's like a poem.
Yeah,
it's like a little rhyming poem.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. But I mean, maybe he only speaks like that when he loses. Then he just confuses you.
No, but he should carry on doing it. You should follow not Steve Compella on Twitter.
Yeah, no,
that's all I know.
Yeah, no, Steve Compella, like I said, he's a real gentleman and someone I've got plenty of time for. So hopefully Arrows will do well. They'll play good football. Arrows have always been that team that entertains, that play that good attacking football and promotes young players. And there were some really exciting players that were taking part in the Arrows team, and a few that I'm going to be looking forward to. So yeah, it's going to be an entertaining season. And shifting from that to the Carling Black Label Cup, obviously we're in pre-season mode. What's great to see, was again, I think people have been starved of football in South Africa, and the crowd came out in their numbers. So it's a derby. I don't think you need much. What's the word? You don't need much of an incentive to be out there. Fans. As soon as you say Chiefs and Pirates, it's going to be full. And it was great to see Ian Wright. Obviously, he was an ambassador for the Carling Black Label Cup this time around. And look, I hate Arsenal. But Ian Wright's okay, man. He's cool. He's cool, man. I just think his style, his vibe, he's easy. He's just full of life, man. And you can see how much he loved the game as a player. Played with a lot of fire, a lot of quality, and then on top of that, Ian Wright is someone who has always come across to me as just a great ambassador, for mankind and for sport, and one of the real legends of the game. And for me, it's great that to have ambassadors like that who come here and they really embrace everything about our country, and not just have guys that are coming here to get a paycheck. So yeah, kudos to Carling Black Label Cup. I think out of all the ambassadors we've had for this particular tournament, I take my hat off to you guys for bringing out Ian Wright. But yeah, next year I bring Rio Ferdinand. The real players, Man United players. Come on now, I'm crying out, Justin. I'm crying out for this.
So if they were to bring a Manchester United legend next year for the Carling Black Label Cup, and it was up to you to choose, who would you choose?
Who would I choose?
Yeah, go one player.
One player. Oh man. Jeez, it's gonna be expensive though. I can't bring Roy Keane because you'll just say these guys are rubbish.
Well, with Ryan Giggs.
No, I wouldn't bring Giggsy. I mean, we've had Giggsy here with Heineken. I'm a massive fan of David Beckham.
Does he count as a Man United legend though? No, I know what you're saying, but he played all over the place. He played all over the place. And when I was growing up, I knew David Beckham as a Real Madrid player and not a United player.
You see these young boys showing their age, huh? David Beckham won the Champions League at Man United. He was part of. If you were part of that squad that won the treble, you're a legend. How many titles did he win?
David Beckham?
Maybe 4 or 5.
Premier League
United,
titles.
Yes. You think?
I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Yeah,
he must have won a few.
Probably close to 4. If not 5, then close to 4. Champions League, FA Cup, League Cup.
David Beckham would be more expensive to bring here than probably anybody else.
That's what you said. I could pick anyone. You didn't give me a budget.
No.
Yeah?
I would be okay with David Beckham. I would like to. He should be Sir David Beckham. Yeah, to be honest.
Yeah. So he's a player I'd love to bring across here as a United legend.
What if it was a current player?
A current player.
Current United player.
Yeah, I hate all those guys. So I hate Luke Shaw. I hate Ashley Young.
Why do you hate Luke Shaw?
He's crap. I do not rate him. He doesn't defend. The only times he overlaps and then that punk ass gets flipping caught out.
But most people who come from the Southampton
Shaw.
youth club
I hate Luke Shaw.
end up being pretty overrated.
Jeez, I'm done. I mean, he was player of the season. It just tells you how rubbish we were if Luke Shaw was the player of the season.
Was he really your player of the season?
He was the player of the season.
Where did you finish?
Oh, man, we finished 6th.
That's why you finished 6th.
Man, Luke Shaw, your player of the season. Anyway, so, look, many people have an issue with this guy, but I still love Paul Pogba. I always feel like, sometimes media, especially English media, they come out and the guy's a top assister last season, top goal scorer, most chances created. If I don't run around like a madman, am I a bad player? Do I deserve all of that? Does that make my personality a bad one?
Don't you think?
Look, I don't know what goes on in that change room, right? But here's a guy who just, I feel, just gets the brunt of everything. And if I'm him, I'm also like, I don't want to be here.
Is it not because... Is he the highest paid player in the Premier League?
No.
He's the most expensive, though.
No.
Isn't he?
No.
Okay, but then isn't it at that price tag? I mean, you consider... Like Aguero doesn't get paid as much as Pogba, or what's the Korean guy from Tottenham and Harry Kane, and these guys don't get paid. And they were better than Pogba this year. So when you come with that price tag,
we're not disputing that.
Being
right?
8 out of 10 is not good enough.
But you must understand, there's a reason why other players have voted him into the PFA Player of the Team of the Season. That's a team that other players vote for. So other players, you can't tell me the whole league are saying, yeah, this guy is overrated, but we're gonna pick him anyway. No, they're not gonna pick him, right? And do I say he had a 10 out of 10 season? No, I'm not saying that, But I just, you can't, it can't be one person. It can't be one person, And there's just not enough quality there. Lukaku was shocking.
Yeah, I can't believe Lukaku doesn't get more of that.
Lukaku was shocking.
More
he
of that
must
hate.
get out of that door, bring Paulo Dybala if we can. If Juventus are willing to give us Dybala, I'm taking it right, man.
Isn't Dybala like 3 years younger than Lukaku as well?
Yes, and better. And he's got a first touch.
And he played with Ronaldo.
Damn it. But yeah, look, I mean, yeah. So we've gone way off topic here.
If I was Man United, I would sell Pogba. To be honest, I'd sell Pogba and Lukaku.
I wouldn't sell Pogba, but that's just coming from a biased.
I would go get Gareth Bale.
I would also get Gareth Bale. I'll be honest with you. I'd get Gareth Bale.
I don't see why not.
I don't think it's right what's gone on with Zidane.
Do you see his move to the Chinese league has followed through?
Yeah, a million a week. Jeez, I don't know if I'd be able to. I'll play one season, man. I'll be good.
Bro, would you sit on the bench for £1 million a week?
Hell yeah!
Would you ever complain with your shitty playing time?
Listen. I'll sit on that bench. I can take them spinners out at home when I get there. I can eat that bench. Eat it.
Bro, I would sit bench for £100,000 a week, to be honest.
If I'm getting £25,000 a week, I will eat that bench.
Will you even be excited on the bench, clapping
I mean,
hands?
come on, boys. Let's finish up here so I can go get a bottle of Shampoo. A bottle of Mo Easy. Yeah, but I mean, going back to the Garlic Black Label Cup, because now Justin, I blame Justin for taking me off topic here. I blame Justin. Justin's coming out with all these questions, but yeah, back to the Garlic Black Label Cup.
I'm interviewing you.
Hey man, maybe that's a good idea. Maybe one day you must interview me, a FisMaz Show, hosted by Justin, interviewing FisMaz.
Yeah, the guest could be FisMaz.
But yeah, I mean, Garlic Black Label Cup, great to see the teams back. Pirates on fire. Damn it. Okay, I said it now. My team!
I'll say it for us. I'm also a Pirates fan, so it's okay.
2 Pirates fans, yeah. So, hey, Chiefs. Chiefs, you can beat us for the next 5 years. You still won't count. Because we've been whipping you guys. You guys haven't beat us in so long, man. But great to see Pirates have been looking really sharp, really good. Did you catch the game by any chance, Justin?
I did.
Did you enjoy what you saw?
I did. I was happy to see.
I
going up 2-0 very quickly but it was a bit boring after that.
I enjoyed Chiefs sucking more than I enjoyed Pirates winning.
Do you know what's the best part about the Soweto derby? Is the spectacle is always. It doesn't really matter. That game could have ended 0-0.
Yeah.
And also, I love how in typical South African fashion, they had to start 20 minutes late.
Oh,
because everybody
was like, can't you punks just get to the stadium on time? Like there's 30,000. Oh.
It's the most hilarious thing though, because it's all
the time.
but it's like it's coordinated, because like you saw, when the teams are coming out and they're lining up, and then the camera pans, and then it's like you see all the empty spots, and then the moment all that's done, it's packed. It's like they just get there in 5 minutes.
I don't get it. Like, I mean, Naves was here the other weekend. He spoke about the Egyptian fans are there like hours before, singing, whatever. You get to the stadium at what you think is a normal time. Those guys they already, they're in full cry. Sorry, I'm busy hitting this mic here. Those guys are already in full cry, and I know Mzansi. Hi man, hey, buy watches, man. Buy watches, man. If you don't buy watches, DJ Zintle, sponsor them watches. I know you've got a watch business. Sponsor these. Maybe have a workshop there. Teach them about time, and then distribute.
Why don't they just change the ticket time? Say kickoff is at 1. Everyone gets there too.
No, don't be ungovernable now. Just don't be. You can't play with people's emotions. Just now, you want to bend the stadium.
Because that's never happened.
It's never happened. It's never happened. Yeah, but I mean, it's great to see again football to be back. Obviously, ABSA Premiership is pretty close, and Jesus, I think it's gonna be a difficult season. You got to back Sundowns again, probably be favourites. They seem to juggle things well. It was obviously African competitions and playing at home. So they're going to be a team to beat. Pirates are no doubt. They've signed well. They've added well, and I'm a Pirates fan. I'm hoping that we can do it. But it won't be easy because
nice.
They'll be strong. They'll be strong, and I think Pieter De Villiers are always there. They're just an irritation. Like they're there,
Gavin Hunt.
And I don't say that in a disrespectful way. I'm merely saying that they're a team that is just so stubborn.
They're like Tottenham.
They epitomise their coach. They're
like Tottenham. That
side where look, they've won it already. In terms of the title, the team has changed a lot, but I feel they kind of that side. They'll be in their top 4. They'll beat they'll beat the big guns along the way. They'll just be that team that's kind of throwing that spanner into the works, just like Cape Town City, and I think Benny McCarthy's done an unbelievable job there.
I love Benny.
We're picking up from Eric Tinkler, who I thought started off that ball rolling quite nicely. I mean, Benny's been unbelievable, and what I love the most, and some people don't get it, some people will be they'll think, Benny's a douchebag, or he's this, or he's arrogant, or whatever. Benny's got fire in his belly, and you can't buy that, if you've played at the highest level, that thing you can't switch it on and off. It's either I've got the fire in my belly or I don't, and I think some people just take it. But I remember last season when Cape Town City played Pirates in a crucial game towards the end of the season, and Benny said, "I'm going to throw a spanner in the works here," and when Cape Town City scored, Benny celebrated in front of the Pirates fans, and some people got offended because obviously he's a former Buccaneer. And I know how much he holds the team in high regard, but he's employed by Cape Town City, and he's 100% Cape Town City right now.
We need that though. I think all South African sports need that. We need a little bit of
we need something, man.
We need some attitude.
No, we need some drama.
Yeah, we need some attitude.
Yeah,
100%. You know, I think guys like Fiso and Benny McCarthy and Steve Compella, these guys are good for the league. Because if you think about Sundowns, Fiso is the biggest star at Sundown.
Yeah.
There's no player.
Yeah.
It's Fiso.
Yeah.
And Compella's bigger than anybody.
Yeah.
Even Benny McCarthy, these guys are, like Jose Mourinho figures. You want to hear what they have to say.
We
need more of that.
Do you know what's my favorite thing Fiso there's this thing Fiso does, like he sometimes doesn't respect certain teams, like he plays against Chiefs and it's like we're waiting for the real team, the team that comes to play, there's only one team that can go toe to toe with us here. They know, they wear black, and I just laugh, and like the funniest was when Pizza's a character. Pizza. Now I've gone blank now. I'm trying to think of that moment, but I mean, he's also a beauty when it comes to soundbites after games. He's always got something to say, and he always loves comparing his team to us and to teams overseas.
That's where all the other South African teams and coaches they need to go for lessons. Go to like media lessons. Learn how to speak to the media. Like you see like Rassie Erasmus is terrible.
Yeah.
And Otis Gibson is also,
Yeah.
he was poor. But even Stuart Baxter, he's got it down, man.
Yeah.
It's like a culture in football.
Yeah,
These guys
yeah.
just know what to say.
Yeah.
They know what the headline needs
Yeah.
to be. And I like it.
No, 100%. And I mean, again, early predictions from my side. If I was to give you a top 4, I'm going to give you a top 4, you give me a top 4. How about that? Okay, Morocco Swallows, Baroka, I'm joking.
I'm watching. I know. Morocco Swallows doesn't exist anymore. You're trying to catch me out.
It
It doesn't.
Listen, it does.
It changed name.
Hey, it does. I'm telling you, it's coming back. It's coming back. Watch the space. Panyaza Lesufi is working hard to bring the team. All right, so there's a rumor that they might be buying NFT status, you know.
I've never understood that, but okay.
Yeah, look, that's a debate for another day, yeah? It's a debate for another day. So I'm giving Justin my top 4. I'm giving you guys my top 4. And actually, I've been really bad with predictions lately, especially at the PHL, and I've been breaking calls, and yeah. So anyway, my top 4. Are you ready?
I'm
Are you
ready.
ready? There's a drum roll. There we go. Orlando Pirates, number 1.
That's a bit of a...
Shut up.
Okay.
Orlando Pirates, number 1. Bidvest number 2. Mamelodi Sundowns, number 3. Cape Town City, number 4.
Okay.
I said it.
Okay.
I
Pirates are
said
going to
it.
win.
I said it.
How close is it?
I said it.
How close is it going to be at the top?
5 points.
5 points. Okay, I'm going to go...
Head on the block.
I'm going to say Sundowns, because they're going to get Kamabiliat back. And I think that'll
No.
put them over the top.
Hey, this guy. Okay, carry on. Carry on.
Sundowns, Pirates, Chiefs, Cape Town City. That's what I'm going to say.
Chiefs, 3.
Hey?
Those guys have nothing.
You see, Chiefs are like one of those teams, they can't be bad forever. They can't. They won't, and they won't be. It's just, you know, it's like everybody's so happy that United
fire
stinks
Justin?
now.
Can we fire you? Can you fire you for this blasphemy?
Yeah, I could just leave.
I'm gonna be like Uncle Shay now.
Watch. Chiefs won't be bad forever. They'll have to come back
I think
eventually.
they'll finish 5th.
It's better than 9th.
I think, I don't see Ens Middledorp lasting the season.
We should just savor this season, because now anytime a Chiefs fan gives you shit, you can just say qualify for the MTN 8 and then we'll talk.
Oh, they've given us some black ammunition there. Yeah, but I don't see the Middledorp thing working. I know. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna reserve my comments when it comes to Chiefs. But obviously, those are our top 4s. So Justin's made his call. I've made my call. We're gonna come back to this episode at the end of the season, and we're gonna review things and who's gonna be right between myself and Justin. Justin, can we make a little friendly wager here? Okay, so me and Justin are going to make a wager. Okay, so I've given him my top 4 in terms of the Absa Premiership season. Who's going to come out in that top 4? My prediction is the Buccaneers to win. Wits second. Sundowns third. Names. Sundowns third. And Cape Town City 4th. Yeah, look, I'm maybe I'm being biased. Yeah, but it doesn't matter, man. Buccaneers are going to win.
So if we're doing this wager,
So what's the
what is the wager? And what if we both wrong? Is it whoever gets closest?
Yeah, like whoever gets closest. So I reckon Justin. If let's do this, Justin. Keep it nice and simple. If we put $1,000 on the line.
$1,000.
What? How much
Okay.
money?
Okay. I'm listening.
All right. How about this, Justin?
You know I'm a champion at sports betting,
Oh,
by
please,
the way.
man. Do you like football?
I
Do you
do.
support which team do you support overseas?
Arsenal.
Okay. Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, I heard what you said earlier, hating Arsenal.
I do. I hate Arsenal. I hate Arsenal.
Why? I thought you'd hate
I-
City or Liverpool.
I grew up. When did I grow up, Justin? I grew up in an era where it was United versus Arsenal.
I think it was Arsenal versus United, but okay, carry on.
You talking like you came out on top more often than not.
How many seasons did you go undefeated? Fiso.
Are you really gonna? How many league titles did you win in that time?
2.
2. How many did United win? Don't even answer me. Don't even answer
No, I
me.
won't argue with you that
Champions
United
League.
is the best
Eh?
team.
You understand? Look, we can talk about modern day, yeah, all we want, but that era, there was no question who were the kings, right? I hate Arsenal because I grew up in United versus United
makes
versus
sense,
Arsenal
though.
era, Keane versus Vieira. That's when I started to watch football, late 90s. And yeah, I mean, City, I think they were in their first division even at the time.
Sponsored by what? Sega.
Yeah,
Or something like that.
City were non-existent. So it's not maybe in England, if you're born there and you live in Manchester, it's a traditional rival, yes. But when you grew up watching the Premier League, Man City didn't become a factor until the late 2000s, So it's like, yes, now I can get, because I don't want to lose to them. Because they're that good. But I don't have that same edge as I do when I hate losing to Arsenal. I can kind of take a City loss. Also, maybe because there's not many City fans, so no one's going to be on your case. But Arsenal fans are going to be.
Do you know what you call a lifelong City fan?
What?
A 12-year-old.
Yeah, exactly. You get a flippin' 40-year-old saying I support City. I'm done talking with you. I'm done talking football with you.
Okay, so the wager.
Wager. So what do you reckon the wager should be?
I'm okay with 1,000 rand.
All right, so 1,000
I
pounds.
will warn you though, this past weekend, I had a hunch that Max Verstappen would win the Formula One Grand Prix,
Stop thinking you like this school of betting.
And I put money on Verstappen to win. So
And how much did you win?
don't worry about that.
Justin, you gotta share on this platform. Gotta share with us.
I want some money.
Justin, Justin's.
I got 8K.
See, Justin's a Jew. You know what? Tell us how much money you want because he doesn't want to. Sorry, Justin, buy me a bottle, man.
You should have just bet on Max Verstappen.
Oh God.
Now you see, I can see things, Fiso. I'm telling you, watch.
Okay, so
Sundowns will win the league again.
Look, yeah.
Chiefs will be back. Probably finish ahead of Pirates, if we're being really honest.
What?
Yep.
Okay, that's the end of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning into the FisMaz Show. Justin has officially put us to bed with that horrendous prediction.
I feel like I keep sidetracking you, Fiso.
You do. I mean, I was on a roll. I'm trying to have a look at my piece of paper there. Yeah, jeez, Justin, Chiefs will be back. Okay, I know. Our transfer guru, Menzi Gowa, has a lot to say about that, and your particular prediction. And I think he wanted us to give us a bit of an update with regards to what's the latest rumors, and let's hear from him and take a break from Justin a bit because I
think at the moment, in terms of the updates of the PSL transfer window, there's a lot of rumors going around about a number of players, especially some of the players that were in the Bafana squad in the AFCON championships that were out in Egypt. Let me just rattle off a few names and just let you know what my thoughts are in terms of what the word on the street is in terms of their movement or possible movements thereof. Tyson Kladryer, staying put. He is not leaving Bidvest Wits. Hear it from me. He is not moving. Wits will not let go of their top centre-back as they try to rebuild a team. He is not going. He is staying. As much as Pirates want the player, as much as the fans want that signing to happen, I doubt that signing is going to happen. I know there's a figure that's been thrown around that might have been put on the table, but as far as I'm concerned and the word on the street, he's staying put. Fiso as well, who's also been linked with quite after his heroics out in Egypt, after having a smashing game against Egypt and a series of other matches before and after that. Chances of a move happening for him as well, are I would say 50-50. But as things stand, I don't see Fiso leaving Bidvest Wits in this transfer window. The story of Kama Billiat leaving Kaizer Chiefs and going back to Sundowns, I don't see that happening either. As much as Pieter has made remarks on the media on everybody has a price, nobody can refuse the right price, everybody has a tag. I don't think anybody at Kaizer Chiefs at this moment can afford the backlash that would come with letting go of our marquee player. I use the word our because I'm also a supporter of that club. So I don't see Kaizer Chiefs making a move like that. So I think Kama Billiat will stay. Buhle Mkwanazi has also been linked with a few clubs after performing well in the AFCON. He's staying. Wits is not going to let go of him. Tamim Mkhize from Cape Town City has also been linked with a few clubs. Cape Town City, as you know, they had a smashing first season under Benny. Looking to build from those performances after a few players left. Patosi going overseas on loan again, or Teko Modisa retiring. I don't see them in a position to let go of another top player, especially their captain. I think they're going to offer him whatever he wants to stay and to keep him. And at 30, turning 31, if I was Tamim Keys as well, I'd also look to solidify my stay at a club and not look to move around where I still have to prove myself. And with regards to Darren Keats, as everybody knows, his contract at Wits ended at the end of last month, and he's still looking for a club, but he's adamant, according to the sources, that he does not want to sign for any PSL club. He's looking for a move overseas. Even if it takes him until the very last day of the window, he is a free agent now, so he can sign automatically for any club of his choice. So those are the current transfers being rumored to be happening or about to happen or rumored to be somewhere in the boardroom. But as far as I'm concerned, none of those players I've just mentioned are going anywhere.
And, one of the great things, especially after that derby, the derby brings everyone, celebrities, it brings this person and that person, and people who don't even watch football, they're at the derby. And they've got like sweet tickets there, and you always get those people that, don't you have sweet tickets? We're like, no, I'll give you extra strong. You sit down there, you eat cabbage and bread like everyone. Eat cabbage,
It's amazing how they always sell out the derby. And they have it like 3 times a year.
Yeah, it's one game that's guaranteed to be a sellout. And, obviously some finals as well. Celebrities, they love it. And I know like a lot of emotions are running high when it comes to the derby. And I actually asked some of my friends who were there at the stadium and some other celebrities that I happen to know, and it was interesting. Like, let's hear them, right?
Yeah, man. The Soweto derby is always interesting. It's such a unique occasion. This one's always a little bit different because it's a pre-season friendly, because it's picked by the fans. It's difficult to really blame Ernst when it goes well, or give too much credit for Micho if it goes well. So it's I don't think it's a fair reflection of how the season's going to go. But it is a nice way to gauge sort of where the players are at and how they're playing. I think interestingly, Kambole, Macharinge, Nurkovic, the new guys who have come in, it's nice to get a little bit of a look at them as well. So I think in that sense it's an interesting game, but now we've got to wait for the real game this weekend and see what happens. Yeah, look, meeting Ian Wright was, I suppose, it's what you'd call a perk of the job. I was lucky enough to get to spend a little bit of time with him and have a chat, and he's just a really good bloke, He's come here to South Africa and he's really ingratiated himself in what's going on. He's made sure that he's done his research. He's really thrown himself into the idea of South African football, and he obviously knows his stuff, which is great. And look, anyone who when I meet for the first time comes and gives me a massive hug, they're all right by me. So yeah, but he's a great bloke, and I'm really glad I got a chance to meet him.
Yeah, just picking up from that, I think we can pretty much wrap up football. We've made our predictions, we've said our piece, even though Justin, he likes to act like he knows something. This guy, look at him smiling like he's gonna cut. Like when you put your underpants on a washing line, he's got a big smile like that.
I'm a happy guy.
But obviously moving on from football, to a sport it's not my number one, but look, there's plenty of interest because obviously it's a World Cup here. The Springboks, they've been doing phenomenally well. Can you spell Herschel? Herschel Yankees! Touched! Oh, let's try it. I almost say touchdown.
You're exposing yourself.
No, man, I'm not that bad at rugby. I do know the game. I'm not the biggest fan, but I do know the game. I do appreciate the game. And, I appreciate the Springboks and what they stand for. And
obviously a huge Springbok fan.
Who?
You.
No, why would you say that?
You have to be.
Everyone in South African.
Everyone in South Africa is a huge Springbok fan.
No, why are you lying to people? Stop lying to people.
They should be. Hey? These jokers in Cape Town who think they're All Black supporters. That makes me sick, eh? That makes me sick.
Yeah, I know, I hear you. No, that's not on. But yeah, kudos to the Springboks. They've been doing phenomenal work. Rassi Rasmus seems to have put together a group that's looking really good. I look at that team, and I look at the exciting players that have been introduced. Herschel Yankees, he's obviously stands out because he's obviously coming to the team. He's had a man of the match performance on debut. He scored that try that really got us the draw down in Wellington. So yeah, kudos to them. If we beat Argentina by a good score, who knows? Maybe we finally get that monkey off our back with regards to winning the rugby championship. So yeah, fantastic from the team. I know there was a big debate with regards to Siya Kolisi being a water boy and whatnot, and only in South Africa people get touched by everything, and because of my race and this and that, but images came out, and it's a common thing. People just need to stop commenting when they don't know. Just rather keep quiet. Rather ask, is it normal for this to happen? Then people can answer you. Now people always want to come out and make big statements and say this, and just shut up.
I'm almost sure Siya Kolisi probably
He
offered to do it. He probably said, "Yeah, I'll bring you." He wants to be with the team.
Then you get some punk out there who's gonna be like, Quadman. Hey. But anyway, let's focus on positives. Our FisMaz Show, we're about good vibes, we're about good energy, and
drew to the All Blacks.
We drew to the All Blacks, man. I mean, we beat them last year. We drew to them this year. We don't want to beat them yet. I beat them in the final. It's okay. It's okay. No, mustn't beat them too much. Must give them hope. If you beat them, then they're gonna get angry. We don't want to make the All Blacks angry because, they're tricky. They're tricky, but. It's going to be a fascinating World Cup. I'm really interested to see, what combinations the coach selects. I know a lot of people don't particularly like Damien Dialindi. Some people feel he does a good job. But Justin's already shaking his head. Why, Justin? Why? Doesn't pass.
It's a joke, man. It's a joke. Damien Dialindi. You can't watch rugby. You can't watch any of the 5-6 provincial teams that we have and say that is the best player we can put in the number 12 jersey.
Yeah.
We can't be.
Yeah.
I refuse to believe that.
Yeah.
I could probably play better than Damien Dialindi.
Do you think that's why a guy like Francois Steyn has been looked at again?
Francois Steyn is the typical example of a South African panic move. He's our Victor Matfield from 4 years ago. We just start panicking. We realize, oh no, the best we can do at fullback might actually be Willie Leroux. Let's go get the 30-year-old who hasn't played for the Springboks in 5 years.
Yeah.
It's just a panic move. And he's a good player. He should have never been out.
Yeah.
But we should have moved on, man.
Yeah.
Warwick Galan should have 30 caps for the Springboks already.
Yeah.
I mean, Herschel Yankees probably won't even start at the World Cup in that first game. He'll probably be the third choice scrum half. Yet he was the best player in the last 2 weeks.
Third behind who?
Probably Reinach and Faf, maybe. Maybe
okay.
Faf. I like Yankees though. I would start Yankees, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay, but anyway, I've been saying.
But I mean, it's great. It's great to see fresh blood coming into the team and being so exciting. I think that also reinvigorates everyone, and it gets people excited for that World Cup. And obviously, if we don't perform well the first 2 games, there'll be those calls, to call the hero to step forward again, and hopefully the young man can go out there and express himself, and continue to do so. And I mean, it's great to see.
It'll be a hard World Cup, eh?
Yeah, it's
we're in a lose-lose situation.
Why?
Because if we lose that first game to the All Blacks, the rest of the games in our group don't really mean much because we should win them all.
Yeah.
So we're going to lose the first most important game, and then only 5 games later we have a chance.
Hey man, you said you were a diehard fan, and you said you would lose.
I am, but I don't expect them to win this World Cup.
Okay.
I really don't expect them to win this World Cup.
Yeah, actually, Springboks. That's a, but hey, to move on to a story that breaks my heart, man. I love Pieter De Villiers, man. Like, I love that guy. And why can't he get a job at the Kings, man? Now they're saying that he's not qualified. How was a guy that coached the Springboks not qualified to coach a franchise team?
Do you know what I think happened with Pieter De Villiers? And it's unfortunate. And I don't want to be that guy to say it, but he was our first non-white coach. Yes. And I think, he was a good coach.
Yeah.
We failed at the World Cup his year, sure. But, we beat the All Blacks like 3 times in New Zealand and he was a good coach. And I think people just, he's like the trailblazer. He's the first. So everybody's going to be all over Pieter De Villiers. And then the next guy who comes and does what Pieter De Villiers did, he's almost paved the way, so it'll be okay. So I think he just has a bit of stink on him for being, which I also don't think is warranted. Because, he couldn't coach one of these university teams or anything.
Yeah.
He just can't get anywhere.
Yeah.
And it's... I don't see why he shouldn't coach the Kings. And he's not a bad coach. We beat the All Blacks 3 times.
Dude, we beat
under
the
Pieter
All
De
Blacks.
Villiers.
I mean,
In New Zealand.
You gotta feel that, you know, that quarterfinal against Australia, we probably should have won that. It's not like we went there and we were absolutely rubbish at the World Cup. You know?
No, we weren't a bad team.
We were quite good, and a lot of the players that played for him, you know, speak highly of him. Guys like Victor Matfield, John Smith, and they speak really highly of him as a coach and as a man. And I guess it's probably a political thing again.
It's definitely a political thing.
And it's sad for me when people give so much to the game, and then, I mean, he's a family man. You know, he's got to look after his family. So, I mean, does it really have to get to that level?
Wasn't he the Zimbabwe coach a while ago?
Yeah, he was. Because he can't get a job at home. You can't.
Doesn't it make you angry when you see the Sharks who they have the audacity to have a director of rugby instead of a coach, and then they won't hire Pieter De Villiers, idiots.
You know, it's straining me, and I don't even want to talk about it much.
We should advocate for Pieter De Villiers to get a job, to get hired.
The FisMaz Show is behind you, PDV. Yeah, Buckies. Yeah, Buckies, we're done. Yeah, no, I must get the snarl.
And the little stash as well.
Maybe interview me quickly and then I'll answer you in Pieter De Villiers style.
So what did you think of the game today, Peter? You guys lost. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, you speak about losses, but I thought the boys played quite nicely. Victor Matfield led from the front, he was quite good, and yeah, really good team effort out there, and I hope the boys will bounce back. But look, I'm not going to be too hard on them. It's a good performance. Captain John Smith led from the front quite nicely, and looking forward to what should be a really cool rugby championship for me and the boys.
You might have another career in improv, Fiso. That was a very good Pieter De Villiers impersonation.
Yeah, you know, Victor Matfield is one of those. That's a Pieter De Villiers. Yeah, I love Pieter De Villiers, man, and I hope that he does get the opportunity to coach at the highest level again, because I felt that, you know, I was a big fan of his as a coach. Obviously, I mean, I don't know the man from what's that?
A bar of soap.
From a bar of soap. Hey, English guys. English never loved us. But yeah, I mean, I love Pieter De Villiers, and to think that a guy who coached the Springboks is not qualified enough to coach the Kings. Yeah, story for another day. I mean, I don't follow rugby that much. I can't comment too much on it, and hopefully one day we can get someone who can shed some light on that, because it's a topic that has been burning the English never loved us. It's a topic that has been a hot one on social media. So yeah, so interesting to see how it does pan out. But yeah, I think that's brings an end to today's show. We've spoken about a lot of things. And we just felt that it was important to make sure that we get back on the airwaves, we get back into your cars, into your workspaces, and just to hear our voices, or hear my voice, not Justin's, but to hear the voices of the FisMaz Show. And I think Justin will slowly but surely become a key element of what we do here. But yeah, looking forward to an exciting ABSA Premiership season. Looking forward to a really exciting World Cup, Rugby World Cup. Obviously, it's Women's Month next month as well, so I've got a special guest lined up who's going to come and join us. She's a rugby person through and through, and it's going to be interesting to hear from her and what she thinks about the Springboks. Obviously, cricket season, Ashes, that's going to be on the go. We might not focus too much on that. I mean, I think the biggest thing is to focus on South Africa and the way forward. The Proteas, they go to India in September, and that's going to be a fascinating series. We struggled there last time, so yeah, plenty to speak about in the coming weeks. And yeah, next one we've got a PSL legend who's going to be coming in. The season is starting soon, so it's going to be nice to just find out from him, and not just hear from us in terms of the permutations and who he thinks are the favourites, but also just some inside scoops and some really good stories from back in the day with regards to football in South Africa. So that's a wrap from us. Don't forget that you must keep following us at Podzilla Media is our main platform. So that's going to be a name that you need to follow across different platforms. platforms, as well as the FisMaz Show. You can follow us on Instagram, for all the cool behind the scenes stuff. You can follow myself at FisMaz 007 with regards to the show, and obviously just if you want to see the lifestyle of the rich and famous. Okay, no, I'm not rich, so I can't say that.
You are famous. Let's say famous.
I'm not famous either, so yeah, just follow me, man. Just follow me at FisMaz 007, at Mazzy 007 on Twitter, and yeah, keen to keep engaging with you guys. And it's a wrap from now. It's a wrap for now, rather. Don't forget to keep subscribing. Hit that subscribe button. Keep downloading the show. Keep showing us love. We love you guys. I don't love Justin. And it's a wrap. Justin Pilgrim, thank you for your time. Appreciate it. Thank you for adding value. And yeah.
Till next time.
Till next time. See ya, sucker!